Okay, so if you've ever been part of a fundraising campaign, you know that feeling, right? That moment when someone asks, "So, what's our goal?" It can be this really daunting, stressful question. But what if it didn't have to be? What if there was a smarter way to plan your next big fundraiser? Well, let's dive in and find out.
All right, let's be honest for a second. Have you ever just picked a number because it felt right? You know, maybe it was a nice round number, or just a little bit more than what you raised last year. Hey, we've all been there. But relying on guesswork is a huge risk. Today, we're going to talk about a much better way.
This slide just nails the problem, doesn't it? Setting a fundraising goal is like walking a tightrope. If you aim way too high, you risk burning out your team and demoralizing everyone when you don't hit that impossible target. But if you aim too low, you're leaving money and impact on the table. Getting it just right is absolutely key.
So, how do we get off that tightrope? Well, we escape the trap by moving from pure guesswork to a data-driven strategy. Now, this isn't about making things more complicated, not at all. It's actually about making them clearer and way less stressful. Let's see how it works.
This right here is such a crucial shift in mindset. Fundraising isn't just about spreadsheets and hitting a number. It's about building a community. A smart tool can handle all those calculations for you so you can focus on what really matters, connecting with people and sharing your mission.
You know, a well-planned goal has this amazing ripple effect. It becomes a clear roadmap for your whole team so everyone knows where you're headed. It also shows your donors that you're professional and have a solid plan, which builds incredible trust. And it keeps everyone accountable month after month. It just inspires confidence all around.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Data-driven sounds complicated, maybe a little intimidating. But the beautiful thing about this approach is its simplicity. Seriously, the math behind a SMART goal is incredibly straightforward. Let's take a look.
It's really as simple as 1, 2, 3. First, you start with what you know, your past results. Then, step 2, you add your ambition. That's your growth percentage. You know, how much more do you want to raise? A modest 10%? A bold 25%? And finally, step 3, you factor in reality by adding any new costs. It's a practical formula that's grounded in your actual experience.
And once you have that big final number, the real key is making it feel achievable. So you just divide that total goal by the number of months in your campaign. This gives you a monthly target. It turns a huge, daunting number into a series of smaller, actionable steps, which helps everyone stay on track and keeps the momentum going. Of course, we all know that no two organizations are the same. A really powerful planning tool gets that. Your strategy should never be a one-size-fits-all kind of thing. It has to reflect your unique situation, your challenges, and your big ambitions. Okay, this is a huge question. It's the one that can really stop new organizations in their tracks. What do you do if you don't have a past fundraising total to plug into the formula? Are you just back to guessing?
Not at all. The solution is actually super simple. If you're new to this, your baseline is just 0. The formula still works perfectly. You just focus on what it's going to cost and what your goals are. This makes the tool useful for everybody, from old, established institutions to brand new campaigns just getting off the ground.
So you've done the math, you have your target, but how much should you really trust it? Is this number set in stone for the rest of the year?
Think of this number as a powerful guide, not a rigid rule. It's like a North Star for your campaign. The fundraising world can be super unpredictable, right? This tool gives you an amazing, data-backed starting point, but the real art is staying flexible and being ready to adapt as things change.
It all comes down to finding that perfect sweet spot, doesn't it? It's that place between being really ambitious and being totally achievable. It's about empowering your cause with a plan that's both inspiring and, actually realistic.
This quote just says it all perfectly. It's not just about raising a certain amount of money. It's about mapping out a future, building a real strategy that moves your mission forward in a way that's powerful and sustainable.
So, I'll leave you with this question to chew on. What's the very first step you're going to take toward your next smarter fundraising goal? Whether it's just looking up last year's total or starting to calculate this year's new costs, that journey to a smarter plan starts right now.